Well, hello, my friends at Sotheby's. I'm so glad that you landed here somehow, some way. Who knows? Maybe it was meant to be. I'm Michelle René, and I am a broker, an associate broker here in Coeur d'Alene. So I'm at the Tomlinson Sotheby's International Realty, TSIR for short, is what we call it. So Coeur d'Alene, Idaho is in the northern part, so we call it the panhandle of Idaho. And even though it's Idaho, we're not super close to Boise. That would be like an hour plane flight or like an 8 hour drive. Um, Let me do this. I'm going to share my screen. And the reason I'm recording this specifically for Sotheby's is because um, there's such a culture of collaboration, which I love about this brand. And I just want to introduce you to myself. And I have so many resources that you can share with your people if you decide, you would like to work with me or them to work with me. If you want to refer people over, I have so many resources for them. This is one of my key pieces that is super useful for my clients, and I'm confident it would be useful for your clients and also for you to understand more about the area. So I'm not going to go into exhaustive detail because I have done a video about this relocation guide. I'm just kind of introducing it to you that it's a piece that's out there and it's super useful. So my website, if you go to destinationliving.co, not .com, .co, this is where that PDF version can be obtained. It's also a print magazine. And so people can sign up, this email sign up thing is for the digital version. But if someone wants the print version, they can just reach out to me and, I'll get it to them. But let me go back to, I have this shown in like a spread view. There's also a single page view. So it's a publication that's 52 pages. So just showing you, kind of up and down, like there's a lot to it. And I've done a whole video, so I won't go into the details, but I will highlight a couple things. I've done a whole video about how, what's in this guide and how to use it. I've also done another video separate on how to use this website because there's a couple key things that are important. And again, I won't go into all the details that I did in the video, but two things I want to highlight for you as a referral agent is that you can send your people here. I mean, reach out to me and tell me what's going on, right? And who you're sending. But they can do searches from my website, and this is all IDX. So it's our Coeur d'Alene MLS, and what you see is like what's going on here at the moment, like down to the minute, right? So it's really so useful. You have your filters on the left. You have the results section in the middle, and then obviously the map on the right, and you can toggle between the different views. So if you want just map, you do that. If you want back to where we were, do that. You plug in all your, like, let's say 2 million, 2 million and up in Kootenai County. So we have 57 results, right? So there's some, kind of bougie properties here in Coeur d'Alene, especially the lakefront stuff. I mean, you're going to go, it would be hard to find actually something for 2.5 million that's lakefront. So let's just look at that while we're here just for a minute. We'll do waterfront, residential waterfront. Ding. So in Kootenai County, oh, I have to say done. There's only 11 results. So, it's we're getting into the spring months, and that's obviously when things will increase, the listings will increase. But this is how it works. And then they click here, they can do their searches, and then if they want to save their search, there's a thing in here to save your search that contact me. No. Anyway, is it this one? Sort, no. Here it is, save search. And so when they click on that, they can either log in or sign up, for an account, right? And but yeah, just reach out to me and let's set up the referral situation. But once we do that, and they can create their account and they can save things, and I can see what they're doing. I know you know all of this, right? So that's thing one. And then thing two is with this guide, there's just a ton of information. It's meant to be a relocation guide. So there's a ton of information about the area um, that, I'm not going to go into tons of detail, but I do like to point this part out. So what I showed you was on my website, and that was the what I call the advanced search. This is searching by neighborhood. So this is cool too. So like in the Coeur d'Alene area, this is like our downtown spot, okay? So I like to open up Sanders Beach because I know there's always listings there. Um, so if you look over here, number one is Sanders Beach, and you're like, oh, I want to see what's listed for Sanders Beach, and it's just that neighborhood, right? So especially for someone who's confused and they don't want to see 600 listings on that advanced search, and they're like, they don't really know where to begin. Once you kind of start to get to know the area, like this is a more populated area and this is where the resort is. And so maybe you don't need to be in Sanders, but you could be, in this area here. And so, the Garden District, there's 7 results there, right? So that's how that works. So I like to point that out. And then this is a list of those same neighborhoods with a little more description of each. You've got market data, um, a boat launch map, a restaurant map. I mean, not map, but a restaurant guide. And these are a lot of these are clickable. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Like I would say majority are clickable. Where did we go? There it is. So that's super useful. And look, these are all waterfront ones. So, maybe most of these are all great restaurants, by the way, like Terraza. So you could boat up to that and go have lunch or dinner, whatever. Um, and then these are all things to do, and it's all in one spot, and it's all like most of it's clickable. So send your people my way. Uh, I'm so excited about this. Oh, if they're golfers, look at they can on one page, all of our local golf courses. The private clubs are in red, so unless you belong, then you should stick with the green ones. But there's some really great, I mean, the resort golf course. If you've been here, this is like pretty famous for our area. There's the floating green, so that's what it's known for. Yeah, so it's kind of all the things in one spot. If they're thinking about new construction, these are all the builders. Again, a lot of these are clickable, you know. So obviously I can help them navigate. That is very daunting, but if I'm like, okay, you're gonna try these 5 builders, and then you can just go to this site and right click and open up their websites. Um, and you've got all kinds of other resources too here locally. So between moving companies and banks and medical, the healthcare stuff, people always have questions about that. And then the schools, these are links or phone numbers, one or the other, to all the local schools, including private, including charter, including the tech and the alternative schools. Okay. I tried to do everything. Um, so I hope that you find this useful. Number one, and here's all my contact info, by the way. And then here's a QR code. You can share that QR code with them, and they can go sign up and grab this same exact guide and get all the usefulness that hopefully you are. So I would love to work with you. And Coeur d'Alene, we're not tiny, but we're also not a big major metro either. We're a resort town for sure. And, sometimes people think we're just all like guns and hunting and fishing. And I mean, it's a little bougie too. We've got the resort, we've got, I live a pretty great life. I live right downtown here. My office is across from the resort, and the Tomlinson's office is down the street, just a couple blocks away from my office. And they're in a prime location as well. So, um, I know we can help. If you've got people interested in the area, please reach out to me. My phone number is all over the place, and I'm easy to find. So I hope that maybe we can work together. All right, thanks. Take care.